Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to go crazy tomorrow and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions again for those of y'all who continue to drop those stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video, right after the intro. Alright, y'all, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also do not forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, right? So let's get started right off the bat. I told y'all, I think it was Tuesday night. Yeah, I told y'all that the consolidation, the chop fest, was going to continue all the way until Thursday before we start seeing higher levels. It got a little fakey towards the end during market hours. I thought this was going to continue for an extra day and then go on after the weekend. But right now at 10 p.m. Central Time, it looks like the market has made up its mind. And it finally got out of this flag right here. And it's going into the circle right there. I think that I'm not bearish on the market. Not right now, not with the way it's looking. So keep the market on your watches for a continuation after this chop fest. This chop fest is done. I think we see more highs from now. So that's my very honest opinion on the market. Now, the stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is Bntx. All right. And the reason why I want to share this one with y'all is because of this. If you take a look at the number one, it had a lot of volatility going on over here. All right, not so good earnings, but it managed to bounce back. And there is a very clean pattern on the 4-hour time frame, which is worth looking at. The pattern is right over here. All right, right there, and it broke out on, I think this was Wednesday. Yeah, and on Friday, it's still holding up that level. It's still going strong. And I think that tomorrow it's probably going to open up at like 260 and then start running towards like 270, maybe even 280. I think ultimately it's going to get to 280, maybe even higher by Monday. So definitely keep this one in your watch list. The flag on here is the pennant is clean. And it's definitely worth sharing for all of you. And also, if you take a look at like the bigger picture, the trend of the stock is bullish from these levels. So keep that on your watch list. Long-term investors love this. They keep buying this right here. They buy here and they buy here. Again, I previously made a video showing you my trade before this move right here. And then they buy again over here, right? And then they buy again here. So watch this trend. I'm not bearish. Overall, this is going to continue in this direction. It's probably going to be very, very choppy. But as for tomorrow and as for like the next few days going into next week, watch this for long. All right. So that is the stock for the video. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of our last video, the very first one, this stock may actually go parabolic. That stock is UPST. All right, and UPST right now is on a tear. It's squeezing short sellers like crazy. If you go on here to the 4, yeah, it broke above like a previous level of resistance right here, and it's been choppy, super choppy, kind of like doing all of these little fake outs, and now it looks like it really wants to like get going. We want some more volume increase, kind of like what we're seeing in these regions. That's the only thing. But apart from that, I think it continues higher towards like 260, maybe even 265. Again, depending on the direction of the overall of the SPY. Ultimately, depending on the direction of the SPY, we can see this thing keep going and keep going. It had phenomenal earnings and had a huge gap up prior to that. And this is a runaway gap up. I've talked to you guys before. It gaps up and then just runs away and never comes back, right? And this is gonna last for a while. So keep this one on your watch list too. And I hope that answers your question for the person who asked about this stock. The next one that we're going to address. That stock is actually, this is an update on one of the stocks that I told y'all to watch in our last video. That stock is Support, SPRT. I told y'all to short this thing at 30, right? And so far the stock is slowly fading. So congratulations to anybody who was able to make some more money on there. There was quite a few opportunities to make some money for day traders and swing traders. Obviously, the first one is right out the gates. The second one is right over here, and the third one is after the pump fake right there. All right, and it's still slowly fading, and it's almost in that circle. So yeah, it has quite a bit to go. This is like, it's gonna be a slow fade. So yeah, watch this thing for a continuation to the downside. Now the next one that I'm going to be addressing in this video, this is another update on another stock. That one is Bntx, and Bntx has been, it's a very annoying stock to short. Again, the first time I mentioned it on like recently, at least it was after the 3 black crows right over here, and it went down after that, and it's been choppy right here, right? I still think that it's going to drop. I think that it's going to drop. That news that I was expecting to see over here or over here hasn't really like hit, but I think it's going to drop and open up at 300. If it doesn't, then short sellers would be worried. So just keep that in mind. There is actually this thing on here, this lovely thing on here, right, that is waiting to just break down and go even lower. So this is what I'm looking for the way downwards. So keep that one on your watches. If you're still shorting this thing, watch it closely, because the end of the drop is near. It's either going to drop or it's going to squeeze all the shorts out. Just know that, and be very vigilant and be watchful. I think it's gonna drop just for one more day, just to give y'all an update on this one. All right, now the next one that somebody asked about skills. Yeah, and skills had a squeeze right here, right? It had a lot of volume. It went up, and then right afterwards, people took their money. Again, when you're up a lot, it's very common that people take their money off the table. And then what happens next is just a very slow, boring consolidation right over here for a few days, all right? A few days. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I just think that it's gonna bounce in this box for a while before probably moving up to like 1600. So before probably moving up to $16, not 1600, to $16. All right, so just watch this thing. Long-term investors love this stock. Again, it's slow, so people are buying stock, they're accumulating stock. They don't really care, right? They're just buying it because they believe in the company, they believe in the long-term potential, they believe that it's gonna go all the way up to $30. So they have no issues buying here at these lows. So if you're buying here, yeah, it is a great spot to buy. How long is it gonna take before it starts going up? I don't know. If it looks like something that's pretty obvious and has opportunity, I will probably like trade this one, maybe. But as of like where the stock stands, that's my very honest opinion on that one. I think we consolidate a little bit more. A little bit more consolidation would be good for this stock. And the same thing applies for the last stock that I want to talk about, PLTR. PLTR is very annoying right now. It's slowly just grinding up. It's not showing a lot of volatility. It's not very smooth. It's not like this, right, where it just fades all the way down. It's very rapid. There's much more money to be made here, right? Or something like that where it's a bit more steep, where there's much more money to be made on the way up. It's just like choppy sideways, and making money right here is a bit tough. If you have long-term contracts, yeah, you're making money slowly. It's not that it's not super extravagant. Like, you're making money, yes, but it's very slow. Like probably plus 10%, maybe plus 20% on those contracts. But yeah, I think this is gonna go. It's gonna continue to just go steady all the way up to like 27 again, and then there's probably gonna be some turbulence as always, right? Every time it reaches this level, it's probably gonna be a little rejection. Now, will the rejection hold for a long time? That we'll have to wait and see what happens. Like, because I don't know, it will just be a guessing game. But as for now, just watch it for a move up to $27.30, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul and Guma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, right? Enjoy the outro.